thing that we like to do. Welcome along to it. If you're watching on the replay, don't forget, say hello in the chat box in the comments down below, and we'll talk about what's been going on in the last fortnight. Well, I've got to tell you, first of all, as you know, last week I was missing in action. I just felt awful. I'd done the interview the week before, early in the week, with Tim at the new Retired Me. And I have to tell you, I felt fine at the time. But as the days went on, excuse me, my voice started to go. And I found that I was just getting worse and worse. So by the time it came around to the weekend, I was a bit dodgy, and I thought to myself, I've got to try it. I've got to try and keep myself going for Monday. And by Sunday, I knew full well that there was no way I was going to be able to do it, because the fact of the matter is, I just felt awful. And so I missed Monday. I with a miserable look on my face, and I was thinking to myself, I wonder what they're all doing. I bet they're having a good time tonight. I should have been there with them. And of course, nobody was here because there was no Monday meet-up. It was terrible missing out on a Monday meet-up. I didn't enjoy it at all. I felt really miserable because I thought to myself, I don't do this. I was sat downstairs with a glum look on my face, missing all of you. So I am back, and I might as well get the health rubbish out of the way. Since we've last met, I went to the doctors and had some blood tests. Now, talk about blood tests. They took 4 lots of blood out of my arm, and I thought, blimey, that's enough. And then a day later, I got the results back, and they did 22 tests on my blood. But the good thing is, nothing wrong with it. So everything's all okay where that's concerned. I went and had a chest x-ray at the hospital, and that was okay. Well, I say it was okay. I haven't had the results back yet, but I'm hoping. So I would expect that by tomorrow or Wednesday, I'll have the results back to them, and then I can go and have a go at my doctor and say, wait, what's going on? What else is we got to test? Because I'm still not back where I should be, but I'm better than I was last week. Chris, hello, how are you? I hope you're feeling fine. What's the weather like up there? It's absolutely awful here. It's rained all day long. Right, what we got? Substack this week. I've sent out the newsletters this morning. They've got, if you didn't get a chance to catch my interview with the new Retired Me, I've put a link down in the newsletter to that. So hopefully you'll get a chance to have a listen to that. I've got to be honest, it was fun to do. I really enjoyed it. And it was quite nerve-wracking as well, opening up to Tim and telling him all about my life. But it was good fun. And so that's in the newsletter. There is also last week's videos. I didn't do many blogs last week, just the one. And a replay video from way back when we started this thing. That's in the newsletter too. Right, who's in here? Dark, cold and wet. Yep. Very much like here. Hi, Jonathan. How are you? Hello, Deb. How you doing? Yeah, the weather's been grotty, isn't it? Really, it's not been that cold, though. It's just been a bit miserable. You're watching our video on one screen and me on the other. I'll check your video out tomorrow, Deb. Hi, Tia. How are you? Good to see you here. Yeah, so that was fun, doing that interview with Tim over on the new Retired Me. It was I've never thought of doing interviews, and perhaps it's something I should try in interviewing others. It would be something extra on the channel, something different, wouldn't it? Right, what else have we got here then? So what did I do? What did I do for that week when I wasn't doing much? Do you know what? I sat in front of the telly and it was awfully boring. I watched that film. Have you seen that film? Stephen King's It. It's the one with the clown in. God, what a boring film that was. It's supposed to be horror. It just bored the pants off it. It was an awful thing. But I have watched, what did I watch last week? I've had a bit of ER, Quantum Leap, Valley Kiss Angel, Miami Vice. I've been doing all the old films and all the old series again. I've been watching because just needed to do that while I wasn't well enough to do anything else. I did sort out, playlists and things, and I sorted out the next music video. So that's coming on its way. That should be here on... let me think. That should be here on Wednesday. I uploaded it today, so that will be ready for Wednesday. Are there 2 versions of it, Jonathan? I didn't know that. I saw the one that had John Boy Walton in it. Now, I found it very hard to see John Boy Walton in a horror movie. It didn't work for me at all. I don't know what the other one is, but that one wasn't very good. Didn't reckon much to it at all. Do you remember? It is a bit slow. Yeah, it was very... I found it was 3 hours long as well. Really, really long film. Really, really slow. I was waiting for it to get horror-y, but it didn't. So, we talked a month ago, and I said that I was going to keep a list of all the music I've played in this month. And we were on about me doing a video playing what I've played. Hi, Steve. How are you? Missed you last week. Hope you did better at the quiz night because you wasn't stressed for being in this session. JF Kings, don't know that one. Is that the 1963 book, Jonathan? I'm just, if you're wondering, over here is my PC. That's where I read all the chat room from, because it comes up in little letters here and I can't. I think I saw a bit of that. It was an American TV series. I think I watched a couple of the episodes, but I don't know how I never saw any more. Yes, going back to what I was just saying, I kept a list of the music that I played last month because someone suggested that it'd be a good idea for me to make a video. Now, I've already done one video with my CDs, this over here. The second one will be going out on Wednesday. I'm just wondering whether it'll be too many music videos, one after the other. So I'm going to try and do something a bit different. Finished 4th, just 7 points behind. Ooh, that's close then, isn't it, Steve? So no one's run away winners. So what have you been up to? Let me know. Put it in the chat box. And I know there are a few more watching than are in the chat room. So why not come and visit us? Sign in. Let us know that you're here. And all these lovely people will say hello to you. Right. Yeah, so I told you about using the proper music on the videos. What am I looking at? Beatles Anthology, CD or vinyl. I have the first 3 CD sets from 1995, I think it was, James. And do you know what? I only ever played them once. So I never played them again. I just didn't see the point of it. For me, listening to the original albums does it for me. I don't tend to like the anthology because I don't really want to listen to Take 15, which wasn't as good as the other one. So I listened to it once just for the sake of it, but I didn't. And I certainly am not interested in getting this new set that's come out this time. I expect it'll be very good and it'll be nice. I think it's good if you're a new Beatles fan because it'll give you a good input into who they are and everything that they did. But kind of old codgers like me pretty much know the story like everybody else. You've got 27 CDs, have you, Steve? I've got all the original albums. The only original one I haven't got is the kind of greatest hits one, a collection of Beatles oldies. I haven't got that. I've got the Love double set. I've got the Hollywood Bowl live. I've got the Rock and Roll double album set. I don't know how many I've got, but I've got all of the ones that I need. Certainly, a couple of years ago they did the that D'Agostini released all of the albums one at a time, and I didn't bother picking up the anthology ones. As I said, I got the CDs years and years ago and only ever played them once. I've never played them again. But I must admit, if it came out on the anthology came out on DVD again, I would get that. I'll probably get that and watch that because I like the story. Let me see who's saying what up there. I haven't said hello to OJ yet. I know he's not signed in, but I expect he's watching with one eye on one thing and one on the other. Hello, OJ. How are you? So I've really caught up to date already. This is crazy. We're 11 minutes in, and I've absolutely told you everything I know. It's been an odd, quiet week or two. For last week, I didn't do anything at all because obviously I didn't feel well. And so I've got nothing much to tell you guys, to be honest with you. So it's up to you to keep us going tonight. What do we want to talk about? I want to know what you've been up to in this goddamn awful weather. It's not cold yet. That's good anyway. But the weather's been awful here today, raining like daddy-o. You had snow last week, Chris. We didn't get the snow. We just had cold, wet, rainy. I know a lot of people, it seemed like it snowed all around us, but not here. My sister had snow in Hampshire and that. What are you making, Tia? Deb's tried crocheting, but she said she's not very good at it. She did the thing with loads of squares in, like a big blanket thing, but she wasn't very happy with the finished result on that. What do I do at Christmas? At Christmas, our plans this year had been to go to one of Deb's daughters. But the truth of the matter is, anything physical shatters me at the moment. I couldn't drive that far, so we're staying at home. Do we decorate? Yeah, we do downstairs, or rather, not we. Deb does. She does decorating. Apparently, I have no taste in how I do it, so I keep kept away, and I'm not unhappy about that. I have to say, we are having Deb's two daughters and their family come around to us on Boxing Day, but apart from that, it's going to be a quiet one. We've decided that this year we're going to have our Christmas dinner on Christmas Eve instead of Christmas Day, because that means then that Debs can have a whole day sitting in front of the telly, eating sweets like there's no tomorrow, and watching all the Christmas films that I've got out on DVD ready to do. That will be our Christmas. We won't be going anywhere. I know you do the decorating, Mrs. Walks, because I saw the video. Tia, what is amigurumus? I have no idea what that is. That sounds very strange to me. Soaps, so I can understand that. Chris has to do the decorations. Well, stuffed animals. Oh, right, that makes sense. Deb's made crocheted little dolls and that for the kids. She's done that. Not for the big kids, for the little kids. I just thought I'd just tell you that just to be sure. Yeah, so we don't generally put the Christmas decoration things up until my son Henry, his birthday is on the 16th, and so when we were all together in that, I used to get his birthday out of the way, and we used to do Christmas decorations on the 17th. But we were late last year. We were abysmally late. Don't forget, play slates. Merry Christmas, everyone. Great single. Great single. Did you know, Steve, that it was recorded in July? Yeah, I kind of have a few Christmas things that we like music-wise. I love the Phil Spector Christmas album. We have that on, like a bit of Andy Williams, Perry Como, and that sort of chilled stuff that my mum and dad used to have. Is that parade that OJ went on, the one where you had all of the trains lit up? That was great. I remember you made the video about that. Tia, I have to say, we don't decorate outside. I'm terrible. Actually, I'm not the only one. In our road, there is one house that decorates and goes wild, and he has a collection box, and he collects for charity. So we kind of all go down there, look at his lights, and bung him a few quid in there. But most of the time, we don't. Well, we'll have, on Boxing Day, I would imagine there will be 7, about 15 in here. 15 or 16 of us in here on Boxing Day. It gets very loud. It gets very loud. And I often have to excuse myself and go upstairs and go to sleep for an hour just to get out. That was a great video, Deb. I enjoyed that one. All the trains lit up. I thought it looked really nice. So I've told you what I'm doing. What's on your list? I would hope that you're all not doing Christmas yet. You got to wait a little bit. It's too early if you start doing it too soon. I used to. There's a video on here, Tia, on one of my videos that tells you why Christmas isn't my favourite time of the year. It was all to do when I lost my business and I'm struggling to get kids Christmas presents and birthday presents and all that sort of stuff. So it's a time of year that I look at with in a bittersweet way, I suppose you could say. But I'm getting better at it. I was pretty poor at Christmas, I have to be honest, because I used to get very miserable. But I've given myself a talking to the last few years and picked myself up, and I'm not too bad now. But I'm always better because I love the Christmas films. We tend to watch a lot of telly over Christmas, and it'll be, oddly enough, the one we watch every year without doubt is Calamity Jane. We'll watch that. Don't know why we watch it at Christmas, but it's one we do. I love all of the films like White Christmas and the James Stewart one. It's a Wonderful Life, that one. We've got a load of them. We've got loads of videos and DVDs and that, what we watch for them. Ooh, that's a shame. We haven't done Christmas. I've not been to a Christmas market for ages. My eldest son went to a place called Aachen in Germany to their Christmas fair, and he said it was really, really good. Round here, I haven't been out, to be honest. I know there's one in Cambridge. There's usually something. There's a big North Pole event happening in Cambridge at the minute, and there's got a Christmas market. There's fairground rides, skating, and all that sort of thing. But once again, I can't. Although it seems like I'm doing all right when it comes to physical stuff, and once I start walking out there, I'm pretty rubbish at the minute. I don't have the energy for all the walking stuff. And that is why, ladies and gentlemen, we're not going anywhere for a while because of it. And once we get sorted with the doctors and things, we'll perhaps get out a bit more. So I've got videos to do this week. I've been writing. I have a little book here that I've been scribbling. You can't see it, it's all backwards. Ideas for videos. I've got 3 or 4 pages, and I've got some here with ideas that some of you have given me over the last couple of weeks that I'm going to try to get in. I love this idea. Who was it? Chris, you give it, I think, things I no longer give two hoots about. I was thinking about that one today. I think that could be a good idea for a video. Because when you're 60, lots of the things that you used to worry about years ago aren't as important, are they? And so I've been giving that some thought today. I thought that might be a good one. Right. 2009. Oh, that's a horrible time for a funeral. Yeah, that would be a poor Christmas for me as well, I think. I don't know what. My mum used to love Christmas. My mum was the most excitable person. When I was a kid, you know, I've got some, on the channel, I've got some video on there that shows us being woken up by my mum Christmas morning about 5 o'clock. Back in the day, years ago, and you can tell it, I would have been about 10, so you talk about 50 years ago. She would come in with a cine camera, and it was like a 500-watt spot. And she would come in and wake you up, go, he's been, and I'd be laid in bed. And she was even too early for me, my mum. She dragged us all downstairs and filmed us opening all our presents and stuff. But she loved Christmas. She was so bad at it. We went to my mum's a couple of years before she died, and my mum had the Christmas tree, had tons of toys for all the kids. And on Christmas Eve, she couldn't wait one more day, even though she'd bought all the presents herself. Christmas Eve, she got all the kids' presents out, unwrapped them, got them out, played with them, put them back in, wrapped them up and put them back under the tree. My mum was so excitable at Christmas. It was unbelievable. I've never known no one who went to that sort of stage. She'd wake us up at the crack of dawn, and she was like, I don't think she ever went to bed. I think when we'd come at Christmas night, she'd wait, and if we weren't down early enough for her, she'd come and get us and drag us downstairs too. She used to make a total great time of Christmas. My mum, that she was very much one for it. Hello, Geek. How are you? What? Open a present that you either have already or a disappointment. Do you know what? There's nothing. I'm not one who wants a lot of stuff, and so generally, my general thing would be when my boys say to me, "What do you want for Christmas, Dad?" I'll just get me a DVD, something like that. That'll do me. I'm not one for that, but on the occasions, I did have an occasion where my son bought me an LP in the summer for my birthday that I wanted, and then he bought me exactly the same LP again for Christmas. I don't think my best one, Geek. The best one I did was my youngest son when he was about 15. He wanted a phone, and we didn't want our kids having phones when they were little. So when he was about 15, we said, yeah, he can have a phone now. And what I did was, instead of getting him a new one, I went and searched around for the oldest phone that I had, which was really old. You know, the ones just after the telephone with the battery under it, and one of them. And we wrapped it up and we gave him that for Christmas. And that, watching his poor face trying to look happy with it when I knew damn well he wasn't, was one of the best things ever. I did give him a proper phone later in the day, but not before I'd had my enjoyment out of it. Right, what else have we got here? I would think, Deb, your house is too close to the road, really, to start decorating outside. You've got plenty of room up the side that you could do if you wanted to. Have you decorated inside the rest of the house? Not that front. I know you did the front bit because I watched you do that. But have you done the rest of the house yet? That's what I want to know. I can't believe on the 1st of December, I am allowing everybody to talk about Christmas. It's way too early. We shouldn't be doing this yet. No, my next door neighbour does that. Pardon me. Christopher, I have to say, right, you're a man after my own heart, because I love the thought of just winding my kids up just a little. I mean, I don't do it now because they're in their 30s, so I don't get to see them, to be honest. They're down in Dorset, which is 200 miles from us, doing their own thing these days, so I don't see them on Christmas Day anymore. But it was lovely. I think I probably don't see them because I used to torment them so much when they were kids. But surely that's one of the joys of being a parent. That's what I like to see, TA. I love it. For those of you that can't see the chat room, if you're looking at this on the replay, she's just saying that her son was a little naughty one year, so they kept up telling him that Santa was going to leave him cold for Christmas, and that's what they did. And the look on his face afterwards, it's just what I like to see. No, we've never got round. I think Deb's bought some Christmas lights the other day, which I thought were really good, because you know how they all get tangled all the time. This was on a drum, and you just pull it out, and it's one long line. And then when you go to put it away, you just roll them back in. I think that was great. I did like that. She got them. Chris asked me today if I'd put decorations up yet. As you can see, none. I have to say, it's very unlikely you'll see any decorations in this room. So what else have you got going on? We've still got birthdays coming yet. I've got my eldest son's birthday is on the 7th. My youngest son is on the 16th. So what you'll find is that Christmas gets pushed back because of the two birthdays. I'm glad you won your bet over that, Chris. You know, they don't call me Victor for nothing, you know. I'm sorry if you think I'm not paying attention to you guys. I keep reading all the chat room up there. That's what's actually happening. So I don't know what. It's a funny time of year, this, though, don't you think? When nobody really seems to be joyful at the minute. I haven't walked out much, but what I've seen of people have been very miserable out there in the street. Oh, Tia, you've got a piano in your house. How cool is that? If that's the case, Tia, I have to say, you need to watch my next music video, because a couple of the albums on there are piano-based albums. So there's daughter's birthday on Friday. Is that the little girl that was in your video the other day? What year do you think was the best for Christmas hit singles? I don't know about the year, Steve, but definitely the early 70s, when you had Elton John doing them and Slade. There was a lot of good Christmas songs all together, wasn't there, at one stage? Was it Wings did one? The early and mid 70s was a great period for Christmas singles. They don't seem to do them very much anymore, do they? What was your favourite Christmas hit single? I think Slade's one will probably be the one for me. Although I'm quite partial to Chris Rea's Driving Home for Christmas. I always like that one because I like the little plinky plonk piano style in it. That one's one that I like. I would love to be able to play the piano, Tia. I would like to be Fats Domino and be able to play like that. That would be great. Yeah, I see your two grandkids in there. So who in this chat room can play instruments? So we got Tia who can play a piano. Perhaps we could do a Zoom thing with everybody playing the instrument for Christmas. Have a Christmas get together and play all the different instruments. That'd be fun. I've always fancied learning how to play the piano because I just think it would be cool. But I'm very much a plinky plonker. I'm quite Bobby Crash and Ras Conway and all that sort of thing. That's probably, it would be great, wouldn't it? I tried a little bit, and I could play little bits, but I've never had a piano, so that would be kind of. Oh, you've got one of those types of pianos that plays it for you. That would be good. I have a duck call bit like a kazoo. Oh yeah. A plinky plonk. I try and sing opera Tia. I try to sing it, but I am a really bad singer. And what it does, it just gets Debs and Niall downstairs like that all the time because that was it. I do it very. If you're in England, you'll know that there's an advert, a television advert for in car insurance that used to have an operatic singer, and I try and be him, but I'm not very good. But then again, on the adverts, neither is he. So can anybody else play instruments? See, I never. It's really bad. My brother can play a guitar well. My niece can play a guitar and a violin. I come from a little bit of a musical family, but I can't play any instruments. I can't sing either. And that's probably why I was a DJ, because it was the closest I could be to doing anything musical with my life. I used to do, I like DJing and playing me records. I love a bit of music. I don't know why I'm not musically minded, but I did at school. I can't even whistle, Chris. When I was at school, we bought this thing called a melodica. Does anyone know what a melodica is? It's about that big. You put it in your mouth and you blow it, and you play it like a piano. I had a melodica. That was it. That lasted about 6 weeks, I think. Well, Debs' brother, he's musically minded. He played for in a pop group called Ouch, and he had a #1 in Japan with their single at the time, and they knocked Janet Jackson off of the #1 spot in Japan, which is like the claim to fame. What else? What was the other thing? You've got me thinking now. They were big in Japan. You're absolutely right. They for a group they were called Ouch, and they were really good. They had an album. It's a funny thing. I had this album when I first met Deb. I had this album called. It was by a group called Ouch, and she was telling me that her brother was a pop star. He also, you know, that in the UK they have a thing called That'll Be the Day. It's like a tour that goes around where they'll play the hits of Buddy Holly and Big Bopper, and they'll all dress up as that, and they'll do this story on stage. And the same brother plays the part of Jerry Lee Lewis, and so he's always out and about doing that. He's done that for a while. He's played all over the world, so he's pretty good as a musician. Where am I going? Where am I looking? The Melodicals have rival to the one at Rolf. Oh, I had one of them as well. I can't even think. What were they called? You run the thing down, didn't you? Stylophone. That's it. Yeah, they were. I liked them. They were a weird little thing, weren't they? Stylophone. Yeah. So, William, what about there was a thing? Ever been that you put a tracing paper over a comb and you blow through the tracing paper? That could make a noise as well. What have you still got, Chris? You need to let me know here. I have to say, we'd be like a ragtag band, wouldn't we, if we got together with all of the different instruments that we've got. Now, do you know what? My mind's gone a blank for the moment. EHOT. Are you Raccoon? Is that what it's called? I've forgotten what you. I know you told me what your name is. Just got back from the taxi run to the supermarket. You're all very clever, you know. Tempted to do it, Deb. Do it. See if you can get the AI creator to make your theme tune. I don't think we need a theme tune on this channel. So, I'm sorry I'm catching up with you guys. You're too fast for me, you know. Yes, I'm a coon. I'll call you Dave. I was looking at EHOT and thinking to myself, oh no, he told me what it is. What is it? Call me Dave if you want to. I don't mind calling you Raccoon. I'll call you Rocky Raccoon after the Beatles song. How about that? And our theme tune could be Colonel Bogey. Is Colonel Bogey that one where they whistle to when they're going across the bridge over the River Kwai? I think. The only musical talent I've got is to be able to play records. What I think you should all do, right, is all of you that have instruments that you can play, film yourself and send me a copy of the video. And at Christmas, I'll put a little video together of all of you playing your Christmas song. That'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? And we could play it at Christmas. All of the viewers who are capable of playing a tune on an instrument. That's your task. See if any of you will actually do it. Put a camera up, get your phone out, put your phone somewhere, lean it up somewhere that you can play. Play me a Christmas tune, right? And then send me the video. And what I'll do is I'll put them all together, and at Christmas time, have like this little Christmas video where all of you play your little Christmas tune for everybody on the channel. How does that sound? Who's up for that? The 12 days of Christmas, yeah. That would be good. I would enjoy doing that. I could get all of the video together, edit it all, and we could have a little Christmas get together music thing. Who's up for it? This is what I want to know. Who's up for it? We can have at least there's Tia can play the piano. Has anyone got a stylophone they can play? Surely we've got a guitarist here amongst you. I think this would be fun. What do you think? Come on, who's up for it? Hands up in the chat room if you're up for it. If you're watching this on the replay, then it's you as well. You can do this. Comment down below what instrument you can play and do a video. Send it to me. It's only going to be done on your phone. It's not going to be nothing professional. And send me your video and we'll put them all together. That would be such fun. Tia, don't you know that if you play it out of tune, it's even better than if you can play it properly? Guys, we could have so much fun here. Triangle, yeah. What tune can you play on a triangle? And ding, 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 ding. You know. There you go, Steve. Steve, we've got a guitarist there. You can do a Christmas song, got Jingle Bells or something. Just get on there, have a little strum, and if you want to, right, there'll be extra points if not only you play the instrument, but you sing along as well. How about that? That would be great. Guys, this would be so good. I would love this. This would be your Christmas present to me. Send me a video of you singing and playing an instrument for Christmas. So you get me into trouble. I'm supposed to be a serious person in here, you know. I was going to come in here and try and talk about some serious subject. And it never gets that way, does it? I mean, too much fun. I'm sure some of you are drinking already. Some of you are into the Christmas spirit, aren't you? Can't sing with a duck call in my mouth. Okay, well, I'll let you off for that. But what you could do then, Chris, what you got to do, if you're playing the duck call, you got to click your fingers in time to it. I'm gonna do, or slap your leg and that. I'm gonna have to try and get a band out of you guys. This would be the best Christmas ever. I come here with no ideas of doing this, you know. It's just you're a bad influence on me. You are a bad influence on me, you are. We get in the chat room and I start going crazy. I think this is because having that week off last week when I wasn't well, it's like, ooh, I'm back on it. It's no wonder my channel's not growing. People will come in, look at these live things and go, that man's a nutcase. We're not watching him anymore. So, trying to bring yourself down, James. Calm down now. Don't get too carried away. Although I've got to be honest, I do like the idea of it. Has anybody seen any good films lately? Let's change the subject. Has anyone seen any good films lately that can point me in the direction to watch? She actually, I've got to tell you, Debs she works in a nursery and she looks after toddlers and that. And she sings these songs. I must have been a deprived child because she sings these little songs to the kids. And then she sings them to me when she gets home. And they're all a bit weird and wacky. And I've never heard them before. But she does it. Not only does she do the songs, but she does these actions to them as well. And it's great. There is a video, or them actually there may not be. A couple of years ago, she was doing a thing raising money for the British Heart Foundation. And they had to do 100 skips in the morning. And so she did a video where she went outside in the garden and she was skipping and she sung this song about skipping in the rain, but to the tune of Singing in the Rain. And she did these 100 skips, sing a song which I filmed and put online. And she was great. She does that kind of thing. Is that at the Nuremberg, is that at the cinema, Steve? Do you think I'll tell you what I will do? I don't know how to do it without. I don't know how to do it without her kicking me out. I've got this idea of a video, but if I tag it onto the end of one of my videos, and she finds out, I may not have a home to go to at Christmas. I'm just wondering. You've set me to thinking now. Tia, you've got me to thinking about how I can do this. It's like, do I do a normal video? And I say to those of you who come to the chat room, there is a little special extra at the end of the video, and then bung her on there. I'm tempted, but I'll tell you what I'll do. Okay, but I'm not going to put it on YouTube. Well, it will be on YouTube, but it'll be a private one, right? I've got this idea. If you join my newsletter, I'll do anything to get you to join the newsletter, you know. If you join my newsletter and subscribe to the newsletter, I will get her to sing a song and I will upload it, and it will be on a link to the newsletter that only newsletter readers can see it. How does that sound? Tia Hill, you are going to get me into so much trouble. And I'm so tempted. I actually have got the skipping video, the one of her skipping and singing. I have got that all packed away. But she was singing this song about a frog to the kids the other day. And she came home and sang it to me, and it was just Steve, you agreed to do that, did you? Okay. I'm not sure if she's going to be up for it. Or the other alternative, of course, is that I can convince her to come into the live stream one night next week or something and come and sing her song in here and get her to do it. You would love them. She you've got me thinking now. I'm going to try and get her to sing one of the songs that she sings to the kids and do the actions, because they're very good. And she come home from work and I'll say to her, what have you been doing today? And she went, I taught the kids this song. Okay, right. You know what you got to do then? Sign up for the newsletter. If you haven't subscribed, there's a link down in the video. If you look at my videos and go down, then you'll find a link to the newsletter. Sign up for the newsletter, and I'll either do a crafty put on the video of us skipping and singing this song, or I'll get her to do the frog song or something, and I'll upload it for you, and it'll be special for you guys in here. And you just need to know that having done it, I could get into all sorts of trouble and be homeless at Christmas. I haven't even started drinking, you know. I've not had a drink this year. So we got 12 minutes left before I go down and tell her that I want you to sing me this song to the camera and see how that will go for the evening. So if I do this, you guys have got to send me the videos of you playing. If you don't see me for a few days, you'll know what happened. Oh dear, I so want to do this now. You've got me going now, and I'm gonna be in so much trouble. People, I don't just worry about people who might have just stumbled across this live stream and they're looking at it and thinking, what the hell is going on there? Because I've seen people logging on and logging off very quickly this evening. Do it. Oh, Guys, this has been fun. I've missed you. I tell you, last week, I know I wasn't well, but I really missed not having you guys with me on a Monday evening. I sat downstairs with my face down there and they're like, "Ooh, I wonder what they're doing." I was going to this is good fun. So yeah, anyway, on Wednesday, the second in the series of music videos about my CDs is going out. And I did really well this week because I put 18 pieces of music on it and none of them got claimed for copyright. So all of the songs that I wanted in the video are in it this week. Who's in it? Oh, now I'm not going to tell you, because if I tell you, you won't need to watch it, will you? Yeah, so that's the second one. And I got one more that I'm going to be doing after that on the CDs. And then after that, give yourself a little break because they take forever to do the videos. Thanks, Steve. Appreciate that. But I wouldn't be no good on here on a Monday night unless you lot were here, because without you guys, it's just a boring old fella chatting and talking rubbish, even though it's the same boring old fella chatting and talking rubbish, even when you are here. Yeah, so I got this video this week is going to be that. I will find another video to try and put out over the weekend. And then next week, I'll try and get the last of the CD videos done. And that'll be a little set of 3. And then we can move on to something else. I haven't done a video about films and DVDs for a while. I might have to find one to do. Maybe something with something seasonal for Christmas. So, is there anything else you would like to ask, want to know, want to say before we call it and wrap it up this evening? Because I've run out. You've worn me out. I've got to go downstairs with this feeling of terror as I asked Debs to make this video for me. And I will be asking her, don't you worry. All different. I'll tell you what films that I like at Christmas. I told you I like It's a Wonderful Life. I like. Anyone seen Scrooged? We watch Oliver. Are you going to get Max Bygraves before Christmas? Do you know what, Steve? I haven't got any Max Bygraves albums that I can pull out of the shelves, but I do have them in folders and on CDs downstairs. I think maybe near Christmas I might have a sing-along session and see what we can do. Who watches Home Alone? I enjoyed the Home Alone film. The first one was good. I'm not so sure about the others. They kind of got worse after that. I like that. I'm just trying to think of what we watch. The Muppet Christmas Movie. Do you know, I don't think I've ever seen that. I don't think I've ever seen that. Our Christmas seems to have a lot of the old-fashioned musicals in it. We do love a musical in this house. So I could as easily watch South Pacific and The King and I, or My Fair Lady, or something like that as well. I like a comedy film. I do not think Die Hard is a Christmas movie. I'm sorry. It's not one that I watch over Christmas. I like Miracle on 34th Street. I think that's what it's called, isn't it? I'm terrible for the names of some films, but we do end up watching a lot of the old musical type films for Christmas. I loved it in the Christmas when we was young, when you'd get films on and then you'd get like a circus in the afternoon would come on. I used to love that, sit and watch the circus and all that sort of thing. What's Christmas Story? I haven't seen that. I'll have to check that out. I don't know that one. I should do I might have, I don't know if I've already done a video about Christmas movies. I might have to do one, have a little run through what we've got. Marx Brothers. Do you know what? I've only got one Marx Brothers film. I used to love the Marx Brothers. When I was a kid, we'd watch them. I think I've probably told you this before. I do tell a lot of stories over and over again. When we'd come out of the arcade, my mum and dad would go and put the telly on, and my dad would get on the phone to my Uncle Henry, and they'd talk about how the businesses had run that day. And me and my mum on a Saturday would watch Marx Brothers films. BBC always used to have them on. And we'd watch the Marx Brothers films, but it would be silent. And my mum would be whispering to me what was going on in the film. And all the time she was whispering to me and telling me what was going on in the film, she would laugh. And my mum used to laugh. Do anyone remember Dastardly and Muttley in the cartoon of from years and years ago? Well, my mum used to laugh just like Muttley. And so she'd start you laughing. And my dad would get in a temper and say, "Shut up, will you? I'm trying to talk on the phone." And it used to be hilarious. My mum, Wacky Races, that's the one, Steve. Couldn't think of the name of the program. But yeah, my mum used to get in hysterics and be telling me about it, because she always liked the one that played the piano with the curly wig, who never talked but could play it with an orange and all that sort of thing. Always thought he was really good. Yeah, a wheezy laugh. I think it probably come from her smoking like a train for years. But yeah, Marx Brothers films. I could do with buying a box set. I should have a look on that website that everybody uses, you know. Hello, Dale. How are you? You've caught us just towards the end of the evening. I have to tell you, though, I'm glad you're here. On Wednesday, you came up with the idea of doing my videos in the shelf, CDs and things in the shelves. On Wednesday, the second one is going out. I've already done one. That was a couple of weeks ago. The second one is going out on Wednesday evening, about 5 o'clock, I think. Can't remember what time I'm doing it. So that's the second one of the CD ones. I've got one more to do, and then I'm going to start attacking these LPs and doing videos about that. And your idea, I can remember it distinctly. So that will be coming out on Wednesday. We're 2 down, 1 to go before we hit the LPs. And I think that's about it. I don't know anything else. Anybody else got anything that they'd like to bring forward to the table before we leave and call it a day for this week? How are you anyway, Dale? How's things down in sunny Sussex? I bet it's not so sunny at the minute, is it? I did have a look. You did a live stream. How do you do live stream for 3 hours, guys? Dale, I started to watch one, and I couldn't believe you could do 3 hours on a live stream. I struggle with. It's pretty dull and miserable. Are we talking about Sussex at the moment? I do hope we are, because it's just the same as everywhere else. Cristiano, how are you? Good to see you. Everybody's coming too late in the day. Where have you been? We've been here for an hour. It's been fun and games tonight, I've got to be honest. I want you to know that you latecomers, I mean, you may as well know this now. The people in the chat room are trying to get me kicked out from my home at Christmas. They're trying to get me kicked out. They're trying to get me to covertly film my wife singing children's songs and post it on YouTube. And like a fool, I've agreed to try. So whether I'll be living in here at Christmas or not, I don't know yet. But we're going to try and find it. Once again, guys, this has been great. You have made me laugh so much this evening. It's brightened my day up. After last week, not having you about because I wasn't well, this week has been much, much better for me. And you've made me laugh. And you guys are in so much trouble. 3 hours. I look at this. Dale, tonight I had this list, right? This is my list of what I'm going to talk about in this video. That list was done in around 10 minutes. I cleared it out of the way in 10 minutes. And then it was like, oh, what are we going to talk about now? Anyway, guys, I'm going to go. Thank you so much for being here once again. I love you guys in the chat room. You make me laugh so much. And you get me to do these weird things. See you later, Steve. I'll catch you next week, probably. And I will see all of you, same time, same place, 6 o'clock. We'll try to be a bit more serious next week. Thank you so much. This has been a ball. It's great having you guys here. It's just a fun evening. Thank you so much. I will see you next time. Don't forget, if you want to watch that video, you need to sign up for the newsletter. And also, video is out on Wednesday. I'll see you then. Cheers then. Good night. Have a good one.